Okay, so this is the Marshall-Lerner J-curve. The Marshall-Lerner, if the sum of the export and import elasticities are greater than 1, then the balance of payments will definitely improve. Okay, so that's a Marshall-Lerner equation, and then we relate that to the J-curve. So we start here because the UK has a trade deficit, so this signifies a trade deficit. We reduce the exchange rate. Initially, the trade deficit will get worse because it takes time for people to change their spending habits. But eventually the Marshall-Lerner equation will hold, and then the balance of payments will improve, and eventually we will move into surplus. Although it doesn't really hold for the UK because we've had a trade deficit apart from 1997 for the last 30 odd years. Okay, but this is the theory behind it, which says that if the exchange rate goes down, in theory, your balance of payments will definitely improve. Okay, very, very quickly then. This comes up in all sorts of essays. It could come up in an essay, a fall in the exchange rate, or evaluate how you can improve a trade deficit, or it could be floating is best because if you have a trade deficit, you will get rid of the trade deficit because the exchange rate will fall, or you reduce the exchange rate to get export-led growth, which is one of the best forms of growth. Remember, the UK, our economy works on consumption and government spending. Eventually that goes into debt. That creates a problem. Should we have a fixed exchange rate? No, we shouldn't, because if our exchange rate goes down, it's a way of solving the trade deficit. And should we be concerned about a trade deficit? No, not really, because the exchange rate will fall and everything will be okay. Right, so let's just go back again. If the exchange rate falls, falling export prices, rise in import prices. If both of these are very elastic demand curve here, then the price of exports will go down. We will then get a massive increase in revenue. And if the price of imports goes up, we will then get a major fall in money spent on imports, so therefore the balance of payments will improve, which goes back to the previous one, Marshall-Lerner equation. If the sum of export and import elasticities is greater than 1, then the balance of payments will definitely improve. And then we have the J-curve effect. We're down here, Marshall-Lerner equation holds, the balance of payments will definitely get better. Okay, so finally, then this is the perfect paragraph on here. Fall in the exchange rate, fall in export prices, a rise in import prices, and then the balance of payments will improve. However, only if the Marshall equation holds. The Marshall equation is if the sum of export and import elasticities are greater than 1, then the balance of payments will definitely improve after a period of 18 months, which is according to the J-curve. Because it takes time for firms and people to change their spending habits. But in the UK, we have a permanent trade deficit, maybe because our supply side isn't very good. And in 2022, we've got a very large trade deficit, 6% of GDP. Part of that, I'm afraid, is because of Brexit. I know Rishi Sunak, I know Boris Johnson, I know Nigel Farage all supported it. But well done, guys. That has created a larger trade deficit. In the past, we have in fact been saved by FDI. However, right now, this is in the Financial Times. It's in your booklet, 2023. The Financial Times said there's a real fear that speculators, this diagram here, may start selling sterling because they lose confidence in sterling. Then we will get a rise in prices. This is the cost push inflation diagram where the SRS moves up from there to there. And the reason why that has gone up is because of a fall in the exchange rate. Right, why would examiners love this? Because you understand the theory behind it. Marshall-Lerner J-curve, they always writing this on their examiner reports. It's really good stuff. And then we can apply it to the actual reality of the UK economy. Well, even though our exchange rate has fallen, our balance of payments has not improved after 18 months. That is the perfect paragraph on there. Right, I'm just about to go out on my bike. This is my bike room on here. That's one bike. Not using that one today because it's really slow. Going outside here. Hello, hello, hello. And whoop, this is my bike, which is sitting in front of the cob oven. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, turn it off.